Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an impromptu video from a very sunny Boscombe in Bournemouth. Good Friday, according to the official calendar, for orientation purposes, if you like. Hope everybody's well. I hope everybody has got through the week in one piece, as it were, and I hope you're all enjoying the weekend, whatever it is you're doing, and the nice weather if you have any. The reason why I'm bringing you this video is because I've just literally been for a cup of coffee around a friend's. He has a cafe here in Boscombe, and he pointed out a development that I'd not noticed and that had happened over the last couple of nights. Of course, they always do these things at night. If they do them during the day, of course, then they will put people up in hotels and make sure people are off the streets by way of lockdowns and that sort of stuff. So what I'm talking about is some technology that's been added to our infrastructure. And remember, we've been talking about for a few years now, not just the 5G, or what we call 5G, of course it's much more than that, but also the whole smart system in general, driverless cars, cashless society, all the sort of things that will eventually complement and complete the circuit of the technologically run society that we're going to have, and I think these are the beginnings of that connectivity period, if you like. But anyway, before I start digressing too much, I'll just show you what I mean. I've only got about 15 minutes to do this, so I'm just going to swing around a little bit and show you a couple of bits. So this is a mast that we've had here for a while now. This is on the entrance into Southbourne. They've added a couple of bits to that. I mean, that was dented at the top there, you can see, a while back. I don't know who climbed up there and gave that a whack, but whoever it was, well done. Should have started at the bottom really, but never mind. So I was pointed out then by the chap who the cafe I went to that they've now added things to a lot of the light posts on the street going into Boscombe. So I went and had a look. So here we go into Boscombe now. There's Folkestone Station. That's a rail station that has two tracks. One going that way towards Bournemouth and then eventually Weymouth and all that, and one going that way, Christchurch, Southampton, and then eventually London. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about here. So as we enter this road, we can see straight away, if we look up, we have these, and this is what he pointed out to me. On every third lamppost they've put one of those boxes on. Now I don't know what they are, I'm not an expert, and even experts won't necessarily know what they are because they're told what they are, and then they're told to then form their expertise around those or within those parameters that they're given, right? So what is really going on here, I don't know, but it's certainly an enhancement of the already existing system. So if we go along here, so there's lamppost number one, and he told me it was every third lamppost. So let's check it out and see if he was just over exaggerating, because that's what us critical thinkers always do. We've got nothing better to do with our time than to just make stories up and exaggerate. Now I hope this is coming through okay in the camera as well, by the way. It's quite windy, so apologies if my sound isn't great. Anyway, while we're at it, by the way, they've all got these things here, bits and bobs on them. I mean, that just looks like electricity or whatever, goodness knows. There's a box on the side there on the corner of the house. It's certainly not an alarm. And then if we go down here, this is Christchurch Road. This is going towards sort of Boscombe town centre. There's the Folkestone Centre that I did a video on once with Mike. We're surrounded by lies, aren't we? Because the history of this building is total nonsense as well. They didn't build basements with windows in. That we know. Anyway, here's the next lamppost, and lo and behold, there we have another one. So that's another one there. No chemtrail action today, by the way, so that's nice, isn't it? Okay, and then we'll continue along this road. Like I say, excuse the wind if it's a bit windy over the microphone. Apologies, but you know, I wanted to do this now while it was fresh in my mind, and I'll take the wind into account. But I mean, you get my drift when I'm showing you this. So every third lamppost all the way into Boscombe, so that's another half a mile. Another one coming up, and then another one, and another one. So, you know, like I was saying earlier, we all knew about the rollout of the technological sort of advancements in our cars. You know, we see that now with advertising campaigns showing you self-parking cars and things like that. I saw one last night on the TV. I know some friends of mine are shocked that I have a television, but I do, because I like to see what on earth they're talking about and where they're keeping sort of the mainstream with their perceptions. Well, they're already talking very openly about, you know, driverless cars parking into parking spaces on the sides of roads. There's another one. And there you have satellite dishes that A, don't point to satellite, and B, well, there isn't really a B, it's just all nonsense. Alright, and so we continue down here, and then of course we also have in this part of town some facial recognition technology as well, of course. So these are the sorts of things we've had here for a while. You look at that there. But of course, if something really, really heavy goes down, then no doubt the cameras won't be working on that evening or day of the event or whatever, as is always the way. So yeah, anyway, so getting back to what I was saying, so you get my drift. Every third lamppost, whatever, it doesn't really matter whether it's every third, every fifth, or every single one. Fact of the matter is, you know, we're starting to actually see it, and it's all being kind of rolled out gently, subtly, but in unison. You know, there we go. Another oddity. What the heck is that building doing? Allegedly built in a time where this region had less than 900 population, and there are 10 or so of these buildings in a half-mile radius, all made of bricks, all going deep down into the ground. Anyway, back to modern day times, as we're told. Yeah, and so it goes on, you know, and this is following up from a roadworks video I put out a couple of weeks ago, 4.0. It should have been my 7th or 8th by now, actually, to be honest, but I hadn't done one for a while, because they're constantly digging up stuff around here. They're constantly, you know, connecting things up, attaching stuff to already existing things, and you know, nobody really questions it. There obviously must be a reason for it, sort of thing, and that's it, and people run with it. We know the score. They've been doing that with other topics over the last 2 or 3 years as well. The general population, that is, you know. But it was interesting because earlier when I was taking a picture of one of those boxes, there was a couple walked past me with 3 kids, and the dad sort of looked at me, and I sort of said to him, "Oh yeah, I'm just taking a photo of that. Have you noticed this?" And he was like, "Oh no, what is that?" And I said, "Well, I don't know what it is exactly, but they've suddenly appeared on all these lampposts." Because I'm not saying I know, but I'm saying it's odd. I'm sure anybody watching this video will be able to clarify what exactly these things are, and whether you're seeing the same thing in your area. Please let me know. I will leave my contact details in the description below the video. But you know, my telephone was working absolutely fine without those. I don't know about you. Anyway, okay. So you get the message on that. I thought I would just, you know, offer a bit of citizens journalism, as it were, on a gorgeous sunny day. And yeah, why not just make mention of some sort of development that's happening in your own personal community, your own immediate environment. And I'd urge anybody who feels the same way to do the same and post it and spread the word, you know. Can we actually do anything about it? Well, okay, well if that's the attitude we're going to take, and we're going to say, well no, we can't do anything about it anyway, so what is the point? Well then, what's the point of anything at all, right? Okay, well, on this technological note, I will bid you all farewell. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked the last couple of videos. It was a bit more sort of shape of the earth orientated, those videos. But all I'm doing there on those videos basically is highlighting the officialdom. I'm not coming up with that. That's just the way it is, and it just needs highlighting, and then you see the flaws in the officialdom quite quickly. Okay, I'm waffling on a little bit now, so take it easy, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Some of yous much sooner, no doubt. Take care. Ta-ta for now.